even over the last couple of years, is a lot of guys have come back home to Atlanta. So, yes to the regional question, but a lot of our guys that have gone off to other places and have transferred back home to Atlanta, I think that number is pretty high. I don't have that exact data, but I think we've gotten 17 transfers in since the end of the season, and you're excited about the guys that have come in.
Yeah, when do you look at, like, I guess you're looking for talent anywhere.
Sure.
Is there a logical thing to say, okay, let's look at the SEC guys that may be coming? Because again, there are guys that are going back and forth between the leagues now, and you've seen it both ways.
I think, it's in recruiting. There's a basis about 5.5 hour radius of your campus that you focus on in recruiting, and I think the same thing happens in the transfer portal as well. But then you expand that because they might have gone at a distance and now they want to come back home for whatever reason. I don't think that's too uncommon.
Have you recruited either of the guys that came in from Auburn, Alabama, out of high school?
Some, yes. Some, yeah.
So because they kind of fit
and
the
there's
footprint
relationships,
anyway.
and bringing in Hassan Hall, a transfer in that's coming back home from Louisville, and then Dylan McDuffie, running back from Buffalo. Adding those two has been really big for us, and I think we've gotten 4 offensive linemen transferred in from the portal, and just meshing all of that together is going to be key for us to continue to get that continuity and the confidence and the physicality and all those things heading into the season. It's been really good. Geoff is tremendously talented, but I think how he's poured himself into everything Coach Winkie is teaching him, fundamentals and eyes and progression, leadership, all of those things, and then diving in with Coach Long and learning all the intricacies and the progressions in the offense, and just excited to see him take that next step in his development.
You host Clemson for your opener. Just kind of your thoughts on their program mentioned this year, and also them as one of your 3 permanent opponents now under the new
great question. Obviously the Mercedes-Benz game series is really big for our program. The recruits and the transfers, they see us being able to have that kind of exposure and those kind of atmospheres. And again, to start the season in that venue against such a great Clemson team, it kind of narrows the focus throughout the entire offseason. And just excited for the opportunity to get to that game, but there's still a lot of work to do to become a really good football team until that time comes.
Maybe a heavier presence in the defensive
and I always have, but just I think it's been even more so since January, and it's been really good. Kelly's out in practice a lot, so we start our the day we start with defensive walkthroughs, and I'm running the blitz walk part of it, and then I get to go coach the DB drills during Indy, and then the tackling circuits and being a heavy presence on the defensive side of the ball. We've had a couple of key additions, coaching staff-wise. David Turner, who's arguably one of the best defensive line coaches in the country, has joined us. He and I have a history together, and so he'll coordinate and help with the run game up front. And then we've hired Travaris Tillman, who's a Georgia Tech legend in the secondary, and he's got all of it, the entire secondary, and just that cohesiveness, the one voice in that room. He's done a tremendous job as our defensive pass game coordinator, assisting Coach Thacker on the defensive side of the ball. So just excited how they've come in, developed our guys, and obviously we still have a lot of work to do to improve, but I think we've got the right guys to do. It's been really good, and Coach Thacker is so attention to detail. He's able to be in different rooms at different times, and it's been really positive from that perspective as well. And then Jason Seymour, I think the world of him, being able to get him back, from being a really good defense coordinator at another place before he came to us, and just think the world of him and the trust factor, the cohesion that brings is really, the biggest piece is the communication piece. We've got really good players, and they're committed to being a closer group, having trust and confidence in communication. I think they're really focused on that. They've got a chip on their shoulder. They've got an edge to them. We think everybody in the program does. I know they do. So just excited to see that development, that commitment